Why is it frozen?
There you go.
Okay, this story is super important, okay? When I was younger, right, my parents owned this bird store, okay? And there was this retarded chick that was... Wow, I look drunk as fuck. Okay, but listen, okay. This ring right here symbolizes this entire moment. This ring, okay? You can't see it. Where's the camera? Okay, look. It's a wolf's head on a ring. Okay, this symbolizes my entire life, right? Okay, listen. Now, when I was younger, I had a bird.
Did ya?
Named Felix.
Felix, bro!
Right, now, okay. I was sleeping one day. I played with him. And then I passed the fuck out, right? He was asleep on my stomach. I had chicken pox, right? I had chicken pox when I was younger. And I had chicken pox right here. On the right side of my nose. Okay? And when I was asleep, Felix decided it was in his best interest to peel off that chicken pox with his beak. Now listen, okay? I was asleep and this bird did this. In my sleep, okay? He was on my belly. He made his way up to my face. And he bit off my chicken pox. Right? That is why I have that scar. Right there. I had chicken pox and a bird fucking bit it off. If I had never had that Felix bird, I would never have the scar that defines my life. Okay? Listen to me. Do you know any man in your life that defines himself by his failures?
Me?
I define myself by my failures.
So do I, bro.
Me too. It's okay. Dude,
Oh, these drunks are...
Baby.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Okay? I don't understand how anybody can ever
Dude, I feel the same way!
You, on the other hand, it's no problem. Me, it's like I have short hair, and it's black, and it's spiked, really weird, and I wear this wolf ring that nobody knows where it comes from, and I'm fucking drunk as shit, right?
Dude,
And your eyes tell
I have a
me-
chubby face and I'm so ugly.
Dude, I'm chubby in general.
Stupid.
It's okay, dude. I
I
can't
have
believe.
insecurity.
I don't understand why it takes me getting
fucking
drunk to tell you this.
now.
Why can't I tell you this when I'm sober?
Because you don't have the balls.
I have the balls. I just don't have the mind. Right?
Wait, what'd you say?
I don't remember. But I know it was important. Dude, we're gonna look back at this video like 10 years from now and laugh at this shit. Okay, no. But check this out. I have crooked teeth, right?
Baby.
I have this tooth right here.
Hold on, baby. I'm trying
That
to...
crooked is crooked.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. I didn't think this was important until recently, but I have this tooth right here, right? This tooth right here is crooked. They grew in that way. And it took another guy coming up to me saying, "Dude, your teeth are fucked up," for me to realize that they were crooked and that I would never find true love because they're crooked. People would base me entirely on my teeth, other than my entire personality. You know, I wake up in the morning and I think, what the fuck is wrong with me? I watch Dexter and I dream of doing the things he does. Like shanking people with a needle. And
That's so wrong.
to where they pass out.
That sounds dirty. Shanking people with a needle.
And then they wake
like
up.
stuffing the noodle. What the fuck?
Oh my god! And then they wake up in this place, in this cabin, or I dismember them. And it sounds such a beautiful story. But the Baker and Brie are ruining it for me. Oh! I'm gonna tell you the truth, YouTube. When I was younger, I dated a deaf girl. I totally fell in love with the deaf chick. She couldn't understand a word I said.
No shit!
She didn't know what my voice sounded like. And then, okay, I dated a retarded girl.
How is she retarded?
I don't know. All I remember is when I was younger, okay, there was this chick in my town. And I remember I wanted to be with her, right? And I kissed her, and her family was not having that. Her family, right? Her whole family was against us being together. And I don't understand why. But now that I'm older, and I understand social contracts, I understand why. If you are the mother or father of a retarded child, like literally mentally retarded, I'm sorry, but people like that can still find love. They can still find feeling.
Maybe, but if someone's retarded, maybe they should love someone that's retarded.
Okay, here's the thing though, okay? When I was younger, I fell in love with a retarded chick, a blind chick, a deaf chick. There is something about me that just puts me in a level of okay with everyone. Like, I dated...
But dude, it's okay.
Hey, wait.
Because
I dated a deaf girl, right? I told her I loved her, and she was deaf, and she couldn't hear me, so I had to sign language it out. And
Look at
then...
me.
And then I told a girl that hated me that I loved her. And then, right,
No.
I fell in love with a girl who could play hide and seek like no other. That is the only reason I fell in love with her. Because she could hide and seek better than me. I was like 4. Really? I remember at one point, my friend Nick had gotten the game Mario Brothers. No, Super Mario Brothers at like age 6 for the 64. And I beat him up because I liked the game more than he did. And I wanted to take it from him. But that was dick, I didn't want to do that. But I beat him up, and he told my mom. And I came home, and she was like, "Why are you coming home?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not in a good mood. My friends aren't really friends with me anymore." He came by to say, "Oh, your son beat the shit out of me because I have this game that he doesn't have." And I felt really bad because
Sorry, I'm drunk and I want to love on you.
I beat him up for this game. But, you know, I look back on it now and I wish Bree would take me to Noblesville. I mean, hey, what's that town that has a village pantry? Right?
Motherfucker, every town has a village pantry.
Alexandria! Hey!
Oh my fucking
I'm
God.
sorry, but hey, Bree, when we get the free time tomorrow, can we go to Alec?
For what reason?
Okay, when I was younger, Nick! I hope you see this. When I was younger, I made best friends with this kid named Nick. His whole family was Christian. I didn't believe in it, but I was still best friends with him because he was a nice kid. Actually, he was the kid who introduced me to Super Smash Brothers, Baker. Believe it or not, Nick was the first person to introduce me. No. Okay, no. Before I met any of you, before I even came to live in Elwood, right? I met this kid in Ellick who played Smash. No. I would rent the Smash Brothers game for 64 and we would play it over Mario Kart. It is so fucking amazing. But I wish I could. I know the kid's name is Nick. I know his whole family's Christian. I know his whole family disapproved of me when I was younger because I wasn't Christian. But okay, I want to go visit this kid in Ellick. If he still lives in the same place in Ellick, right down the street from Village Pantry, in the red house across the street from the janitor of the high school, across the street from me, who broke my window one day And out of fear, I stayed at his house for 3 nights. Out of fear that my dad was gonna kill me. Right? I stayed at your house. You remember that shit? We played Mario Kart for days. And your sister would get mad at us for calling Peach Toots. Because your sister was the only person allowed to call Peach Toots until we were like 20. Right? Your sister would get mad at us for calling Peach Toots on the dirt level where you play Mario Kart and there's some level involving a lot of dirt, right? Where you drive around as Peach and she would like fail halfway through the level. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Super Smash Brothers defines my life, okay?
Bro.
Dude, a lot of things define your life.
I learned how to play Brawl from an Asian guy who was on Survivor, by the way. His name is Ken. Okay? I studied his videos vigorously. Right?
Vigorously, jackass.
No, vigorously.
Vigorously.
I learned how to play Brawl
Baby.
from an Asian
Why are
guy
you speaking your language?
who was on Survivor, and
Hey.
he is so good at this game
Hey.
that I applied his melee techniques to Brawl, right?
Why are you
And
speaking your language?
I love you, baby girl. I am so lucky to have your heart. I am the luckiest boy alive. P.S. You are more than I could ever ask for, baby. You are my world and my everything. And I can't wait for our future together. And I promise I will always be yours, love Baker. Michael Thomas Baker. :3. Yeah, I love you
That's not a colon.
to death. And I feel very blessed to have new Dell and centered available beauty tips. I'm so drunk right now, Nick. I'm sorry. If you're watching this video, Nick, I'm sorry. I would love to play Brawl with you someday and like spank the fuck out of you. Because I remember back in the day, me and you used to play Melee like no other. Or no, we used to play 64 like no other. And then the day came when I moved to Elwood. And I'm so sorry that happened. Because I remember there was this one guy. Okay, we had this house, right? And next to the house was this little apartment like complex thing. But it wasn't quite a complex. It was more of a little area. And the guy that lived there looked like fucking Jim. What's his name? He plays in all the movies, man. What's his name? He played in Flubber. What's his name? Oh my god. Tim Robbins?
Dude.
What's his name, dude? I forget. He played in the Vietnam radio show.
Dude, Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, okay? I remember specifically that next to my house there was this little apartment, like split up thing, where this guy that was the clone of Robin Williams lived, right? And he had this poodle that looked like my poodle that ran away like 12 years ago. So I'm pretty sure that he stole my poodle. But here's the thing. I would walk into his house and he would say that his poodle's name is Snowball, right? Now, our poodle's name was Snowball, okay? When we moved to Ellick, I was under the impression that this Robin Williams guy stole our fucking poodle from another state, and we had a stolen poodle named Snowball, even though he died in a truck accident. But okay, listen, right? As soon as Baker is done fucking with my ears. Okay, I have brown eyes. I have brown eyes, which means I'm full of shit. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I can't explain
Dude, what's
to you.
my eyes mean then?
I wish my eyes were blue.
And green and
No, blue.
Dude, what do my eyes mean? Because they're blue.
It's the prettiest color in the world, right?
What do my eyes mean? Because they're blue
Nick!
and yellow.
I love you. Your sister's hot. I'm sorry. Even when I was younger, I thought your sister was hot. I wish I could remember your last name. I wish I could remember your dad's name. All I remember about your family is your dad's bald, your mom has long hair, you all believe in Jesus, and something about I knew the truth about Santa Claus when I was younger, that he didn't exist. And your mom told me not to tell you. She told me to tell you that Santa Claus existed. And I remember, okay, we used to watch VeggieTales, right? That show, okay, with the fucking vegetables that would speak. There was a tomato and there was a pickle.
Cucumber.
And the cucumber's
Larry the cucumber.
and the cucumber's name was Larry.
Bob the tomato.
And it had everything to do with religious purposes.
Yes, it
And there was a guy, I don't remember his name, but he was religious. And there was a tomato and a fucking cucumber. And it had something to do with religion. And they would always go to a drive-thru and talk to this guy about how they wanted this food. But the guy wasn't going to bring it to him because he's a dick. Okay? VeggieTales. I lost my ring. VeggieTales has really dick people. I remember this episode where this guy, it was a cucumber, okay? He would don a superhero outfit and he would become Larry Boy, right? And I don't remember that much else before that. But I remember me and you, Nick. Don't forget, Nick. I don't remember your last name, but I know your first name was Nick. I remember you and me used to play Smash Brothers, the 64 version, for days on end. You would play Mario Kart thinking it was the best game in the world.
You guys the same age.
And then you would play the 64 version of Smash Brothers thinking it was the best game ever. So you know what I did? I would rent the game and I would never take it back. I would cost my parents thousands of dollars in rent money. I mean, in, you know, how am I trying to say?
And money for renting a game.
In money for renting a game. I would rent this 64 game for months on end. I remember one time, you liked the game, right? So I kept it. I didn't rent it. I rented it and then I kept it, right? I didn't bring it back.
You stole!
And my parents would find it and they would say, "What the hell do you still have that game for?" And I would say, "Because I like it." Because I remembered you liked it. And I remembered we played it for days on end with the laser sabers. Jigglypuff did not deserve a lightsaber at all. It was the most random game in the world. Right?
Jigglypuff, the Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah, in the Smash Brothers game, Jigglypuff can carry a lightsaber. Even in the Brawl game, okay? I'm not gonna lie, Nick. If you're watching this video, Nick, I don't know what your last name is. I'm sorry. I don't remember your last name. I remember your sister is fucking hot. I would bang the shit out of her.
Look with my computer here.
I'm sorry, but I remember one year, me and you, we played Glover, right? We played Glover. I remember the last boss was a glove with evil intent. And he would shoot needles at you.
Dude.
And in Smash Brothers,
Dude.
the final boss was a Master Hand and Crazy Hand. And they would have evil intent and that would beat the shit out of you for days on end. Nick, I'm sorry, but I find your sister sexually attractive beyond comparison. I remember one year. I was so angry about the way the gas stations in Ellick was so pricey. I felt bad for your sister, in which the sense that she would have to pay so much for gas. It was like $2.13 a gallon back then. Now it's like $3 something. But okay, I don't know what you look like now. I don't know who you are now. But I'll tell you what. One of these days, I'm gonna come visit you, right? If you're still in the same house in Ellick, I'm gonna come by, like I did in 2004. Nick, I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay? If you're watching this video, In 2004, I came back to your house before me and my father went to watch Eight-Legged Freaks. And I said,
Dude,
hi.
That's a good movie.
I haven't seen you in 3 years. How have you been? When I was doing dishes earlier, I work at a dishes joint sort of thing.
Blue room.
A blue room. I do dishes for my stepmother while I think about the past moments in my life that have made any significance. I'm not gonna lie. You and Adam made a lot of significance in my life. You and Adam. Okay? I don't remember Adam's last name, but I remember he was really into Star Fox. His mom was really hot. And his fucking whole family was hunters. I remember one day when I lived in Ellick, okay? Nick, I don't think I've ever told you about this before. One day. Remember when I lived in Ellick and there was that retarded kid living next to me? Yeah. One day, when he didn't come over, right? Adam's whole family came over to invite me to hunting, right? And I went with them, not knowing what it was. And I saw them slaughter a fucking deer before my eyes. And I was so depressed for like a month straight. Okay, Adam, with his left eye accuracy, shot a deer in the fucking dome right before my eyes. And I was so depressed. I was like, Adam, how could you kill an innocent creature right before your eyes? With such simplicity. And he told me, he said, my brother, his brother, oh my god, I remember his brother. His remember was a blonde guy. His brother was a blonde, short-haired guy who stole my alien stickers in the 8th grade, not the 8th grade, in the 4th grade. Before I even came to Elwood, there was this guy named Adam, okay? He was in the same grade as me. He didn't want to be friends with me, but he met me because he went to Village Pantry to buy his mom chocolate milk. But in a half gallon. Not a full gallon. Do you remember that, Alan? Do you remember how me and you used to talk about how Rachel, that blonde-haired girl...
My computer.
Sorry. That blonde-haired girl with the pretty face in, like, 3rd grade. Me and you would talk about how... Me and you would talk about how she would always chase me till the end of time. Like, I went over to her house, I met her brother, he could play guitar, he was like 14 at the time, we were like 8, yeah. But, okay, I never really realized the feelings I had for you, and you had blonde hair, and I liked that, right? But, okay, I know Adam liked you.
No homo.
I let Adam go for you. You and Adam didn't really work out, but I ignored that concept, because I was more interested in the fact that you... I remember one day we were in elementary school, and you said to me, right? I remember we had a black English teacher, and she absolutely, like, was on my nuts about how I understood the concept of magnets. Like, there was one class where she would say something about how I could understand magnetism. She gave me a south magnet and a north magnet, and they would cling together, and then if you flip them around, they wouldn't cling together.
They would repel.
And that was the most amazing thing in the fucking world, right? When I was like 8, right, you know? But okay, now listen to this, okay? I hate to admit this, but I never liked you, okay? Sorry! You were blonde. I like blonde hair, but at the same time... You always told me, right, that you would chase after me. I told you one day, we were walking down the halls one day, in the elementary school. We were walking down the halls, and we had an entire conversation about how I would be 80 years old, and you would still be following behind me with your blonde hair. And that never happened. You know why? Because I grew old. I left Alexandria in that sad little one bar that your father always goes to every night. Did you know that? Your dad goes to that bar every night because your stepmom is a disgrace. I'm sorry.
What's the girl's name?
These are the same people I'm talking about that believed me, right? These people believed me when I told them that a fucking bike, what's the thing called? Where you put it on the back of a bike and it reflects light?
Reflectors?
A reflector, right? These are the same people that believed. When I was younger, I used to like talk people into shit really bad. But your family, Adam, your hunter family, your brother taught me how to oh my god. Your brother taught me how to use a crossbow. He stole my aliens from me. Do you remember that, Brian? I remember that shit. Okay, listen to me, right? You taught me how to use a crossbow. I'm teaching you now that I didn't believe a word you said about shooting deer. Okay? I know that one time you taught me how to shoot deer, and intellectually, I was totally not prepared for that. Right? I was not ready for that. You stole my aliens. And you swore up and down I didn't. But you really did. I had a dream you did. I had a dream that you stole my alien stickers. And you said you didn't. But you really did. Your name is Brian. I remember that. Till the end of time. I remember Adam because he had a fucking... this teeth right here. He had worse teeth than I had. And he liked Star Fox. I remember that. And your mom was hot. And your dad played Warcraft. All the time. Why am I just now remembering all this?
I don't know, but we're saying bye-bye.
Why? I'm not done talking about this stuff.
No, but we are.
Why? I'm not even close. Nick, if you're out there, your mom is hot. I'm sorry, your dad has a buzz head. Your sister's hot.
Yeah.
Right? And one of these days, if you are still living in the same house, I will come to you and say, hey, what's up, bro? I remember last time I visited you.
Stop.
I haven't seen you
Stop.
since I was 11 years old. And then, my dad and I went to go see Eight-Legged Freaks, right? And I visited you for the first time in 6 years.